Hi everybody.
I'm the fitness expert, so just waiting with Sumoji. Hi everybody. Just give us a few minutes.
Oh, hi. Ajit, how are you? Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Yeah.
Okay, fine. But just
Hi. So, how are you? How is
Yeah,
there
I'm doing
everything?
good. I'm doing good. I was just looking through
Oh,
some filters.
fine. You can try. You can try whatever you can try, right? Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So, how's the weather there, West Bengal?
It's a bit humid today. It should have been raining by now, but it's a bit humid today. It's not that hot, but it's humid.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, fine.
It's
Okay,
clean
then
pretty
we'll
there.
start our
It's
session.
pretty clean there, right?
Okay.
Sorry?
Okay. Here is clear only. But sometimes like cloud is there and it rains in Bangalore. It rains quietly. So
Yeah,
I
so
don't know
it's
where
nice
rain will come.
all the time. Yeah.
Yes,
Correct.
yes. Okay. So I think
Yeah.
let's start and as our audience knows everything, so we have already
Yeah,
posted
sure.
the flyer and all. So yeah. So maybe from your side, we'll start from your journey in fitness industry and how you started. What is your motivation? What is your mission? What you are trying to give to the society? If you put some light on that, that will be better, right?
Okay, yeah. No, it's basically it's I don't really chase motivation all the time. It might sound a bit cheeky, but it's like I don't really chase motivation all the time because you keep chasing for motivation, you might have it 5 days a week, and then if you don't have couple of days at the end of the week, you'll be like, oh shit, I don't have motivation today. So okay, let's eat something that I really like, and it's okay if it's going out of the plan that I have, or let's say if I don't feel like working. So it's more like a discipline that I like to have, that is more sustainable, I guess. So yeah, that's the reason I'm okay to have discipline in my life rather motivation. So yeah. And when it comes to giving it back to the society, it's more like whatever I have learned, it's because someone else wanted us to learn, isn't it? So I want to
Right.
keep that in mind, and I need to do the same, right? So whatever we are getting, it should be it has to be dressed the way we want it, but then we have to give it back to the society as well, be it knowledge or be it whatever it is. So yeah, it was a good starting
Right.
note.
Fine. Yes. So what about your journey? Like how you started? Like how you started in fitness industry? And what you tell to the people if they are also going to chase for the weight loss, maybe muscle gain, or holistic life, or maybe lifestyle changes? What do you recommend them? How you start and how they can start?
Yeah, so basically, I am one of the herd that generally India follows. Most of the people in India follow. They just want to lose weight, no matter how, no matter what they do. They just want to lose weight. So that was my primary goal. I just wanted to lose weight. I was more than 95 kgs. I just wanted to lose weight. So no matter what. So whatever people said me, I did it. They asked me to not eat dal. I said okay. They asked me to not eat rice. I said okay. They asked me to work out 6 days a week. I said okay. They asked me to work out in the morning. I said okay. They asked me to run in the evening. I said okay. Whatever you say me, I will do it. No matter what, I will do it. But yeah, in that way, yes, I did like lost a lot of weight, but then I regained all of it back. So that was the lack of knowledge. Now right now, if I say, I won't say, oh, I have a lot of knowledge right now, but yeah, whatever I know, it clearly says whatever I did at that point of time was like utter nonsense. So yeah, right now it's more like, if someone wants to start a fitness journey, the first thing they should do is they should hire a coach. That's the safest side. They should hire a coach, a good coach. Now, if they do not are in a position, if they are not in a position to to hire a coach, what they should do is they should do a basic research on Google. Like what are the sources of protein, what are the sources of carbs, and what are the sources of fat. That's it. They just need to eat more protein and carbohydrates, and they just need to have moderate fats because it has higher calories. Simple. That's it. They must start from there, and they must target at least to work out, 4 to 5 days a week. That's all. Nothing else. That can be a very good starting point just to like refurbish your diet and working out. No matter what you do, you can go to the park and you can do stretching for 1 hour. That is okay. You can run for 20 minutes. That is fine. Whatever you can do, it's okay. You can even join a gym, whatever it is. So it's mostly depends on people, but it's a good point to start. Just cleaning your diet and starting working out, whatever
Yes,
it is.
yes, yes. Yeah, as you told, like now it's information age. Everybody has a bit of information. It's like if
Yeah,
you do Google also, information is there in bits and pieces. So if and again, when you told like see, it's about discipline, not about motivation. And when you hire a coach, when you hire a professional, then that motivation goes away. The discipline comes because you are accountable to that coach. He will not do anything. He'll not give any extraordinary information. But what he'll do, he can just give you the way how you can be disciplined, how you can be accountable every day. That is a like where you start journey and you will get succeeded. Otherwise, what happens if you don't have coach, you're not taking any help from professional. So what will happen? Like you'll few days you follow, then you'll just leave it out. Like see, one day if I eat this and that, what will happen? So that I think lot of people are lagging. So discipline is very much, you added very beautifully there. So that is very important. So that is fine. So as we plan, like if we talk about different kind of we can say diets around the world. So can you put some light on that different diets?
yeah,
I think it
sure.
is your favorite topic, so you can put it
Yeah,
better way, right?
definitely, it's one of my favorite topics. I would like
Yes,
we have got many people right in the live, so like I would ask them.
yes, yeah,
I would say them, yeah, guys, welcome. Thank you for commenting. Yeah, हाँ भाई
yes,
Hitarsh,
yes, yes, yeah,
हाँ भाई Hitarsh. He's one of my closest friends. So yeah, coming
yeah,
back
yeah.
to
Welcome. Yes.
yeah. So coming back to the different kind of diet approaches that is going all around the world. So instead of explaining how diet works or what are the different approaches that people are following nowadays, we must understand a very simple point, a very basic point, which involves the theory of evolution, human evolution. We must understand that. That is the simple thing, because we might change things pretty nicely. If you see last 60 years of our world history, we will see different approaches have has come into our lives. Intermittent fasting was not there 60 years before. Then if like officially it was not there. If we say keto was not there. There are many different kind of approaches that were not there in the world at all, like 60, 80 years before. But if we see it evolution wise or biology wise, our body hasn't changed. in the last 60, 80 years. I would say our bodies, the genetics, the way it works, it hasn't changed for like it's been decades now that it hasn't changed. So if we keep on, introducing different kind of diets and different strategies, different foods and all that, it becomes difficult for the body to entertain all the approaches all the time. Now the mistake what people are making nowadays is they cannot sustain a single approach or a single strategy. Right now there are many kind of diets. We have ketogenic diets, most famous. Then we have detox diets. Then we have green diets. Then we have intermittent fasting. We have circadian fasting, which is one of our roots as well, Indian roots as well. It has Indian roots as well.
Right.
Then yeah,
Right.
then there's Mediterranean diet. Then there is paleo diet. There are many foods. Then there is one very famous nowadays, US Army diet. That is also there. So there are many approaches. I hope in the next 10 years we also will follow a Indian Army diet. I don't know if that comes in. So, but yeah,
True,
whatever it is. So
definitely.
yeah, there are many kind of diets to follow, but people, whenever nowadays, if I'm a person, if I have no idea about nutrition, but I want to, make some changes in my life, what will I do? If I want to lose weight, I'll go to the Google and I'll search best diet to lose weight, best diet plan to lose weight. Now, how Google is going to, plan that what kind of diet is going to work for me? Now the Google will give me options like keto, paleo, Mediterranean, intermittent fasting, no fat, no carb, no protein. It can come up with various options, but at the end of the time, like at the end of the day, we need to choose the one. Now what happens, even if we are choosing one, let's say I chose keto. Okay, I have chosen keto, but after a month I won't be able to continue keto. Then I'll choose something else. I'll jump to intermittent fasting. From intermittent fasting I'll move to circadian fasting. From there I'll go to paleo, so I'll keep changing my strategies. That won't really work because our body is not changing that fast the way you are changing your diet strategies. So instead of searching for best diets that is working around the world, we must stick to whatever is there in the kitchen. We can work our things out. So yeah, so the basic knowledge would help people to do that, and it's basically our duty to spread the knowledge. So yeah. Sorry, it was
Yeah,
a long
same
answer.
way. Yeah, it's okay, no problem. But I also think Indian, whatever we know, and diets are very maybe country to country. Maybe keto and paleo, Mediterranean is good for America, good for Canada, good for you. But for Indians, maybe their diet culture is different, and their Ayurveda is different. Their back to the root system is different. So it's easy to adopt whatever is local. If you are surviving on that, you can do it on long term, because as you told,
Correct.
you lost weight but still you gain all weight back. But if you able to sustain on some diet which is good for you, which is avoiding this processed food and sugar, this thing, then you will be able to survive and you won't get that weight again. So I think that kind way we can sustain, and this is very important, not going behind some, but something very I think specific, and following some, seeing other countries diet and avoiding any carb from your food. I think that is not going to help, what I
Correct.
feel, right?
Correct. Correct.
So yeah, that's what I just wanted to ask, why people should not rely on the specific diet and why it is becoming tough. Like if you talk about keto, people can't follow it throughout the life because it's pain to eat that kind of food, whatever is there in the keto diet. So what you will recommend to the people? Why not to follow a specific kind of diet?
Yeah. So basically, to answer this, as you mentioned correctly, that keto is not something that is primarily made for Indians and only Indians. No, like we have that carbohydrate kick in our food, in every meal that we eat, and we need it. That
Right,
is in our
right,
culture.
right.
We have rotis, we have rice, and it's not that we don't like it. We love them. So keto is not something, when it comes to choosing a proper diet plan, like for someone, the most important factor that everyone should consider is sustainability. That is the most important thing, and people ignore that way more than anything else. They are like, okay, if you ask me to not eat for 24 hours, I'll do it. But if you ask me to do a diet which is going to take a bit more time to reach your goal, they are not going to do it. So it's
Right.
it's all in the mind. It's now ketogenic diet is not a diet that cannot be followed. There are many people around the world who are doing keto for more than 15 years, for 16, 20 years. There are many people who are backing keto by many facts. But again, it is for them. They can sustain it. It is working wonders for them. No diet strategy is bad at all, but you have to choose a strategy that works well for you, that sustains, that helps you sustain. You should not sustain the diet. The diet should be good enough so that you can sustain it for a longer period of time. So that's the thing.
Yeah, right. That's beautifully you kept like this. So, okay. So next, if we come like fat, like this is very, I think, famous and very attractive word like fat diet. And can you put some light like what is fat diet in like a simple
So
way so that the
yeah,
audience can understand?
correct. So basically, according to me, any kind of diet, like any kind of diet strategy or meal plan strategy that you have not ever followed, and I'm considering you are, 18 years old or 20 years old, and you something new that you haven't ever followed, that is a fad for you. For every other person, the definition of fat diet may be different. You know, if like let's say being a kid, if I have followed intermittent fasting, let's say I have followed intermittent fasting all my life. Okay, now I am 24 years old. Now if someone comes and tell me like let's ditch intermittent fasting, let's try to do a normal diet where you eat throughout the day, you eat small meals, you eat throughout the day, you eat all the time, and you sleep, you wake up and you eat again. So if that is the thing, that will be fat for me, you know, because I have to come out of
Yes.
my way to do something that I haven't done ever, and maybe I like I'll face difficulty sustaining it, and I'll be coming back to intermittent fasting as well. So that is fat, something which you haven't done and you're trying to do it. And if it is not working, then it's the negative meaning of fat. So yeah.
Fine, fine. That's wonderful. So we have one question from audience. We'll take that, then we'll move forward. So he's asking like a diet should be followed for the specific time or for a long time. Please explain about little bit on keto. So can you put some answer on that?
Yeah. So, to answer that question, I would say, sir, diet is something you are following right now as well. If you are uncomfortable with the word diet, don't use it.
Right.
Don't use the word diet. Whatever you are eating right now, what you have been eating from the last 20 years, that is your diet. If you don't like the word, don't use it. Next, if you're trying to use a special kind of diet, a special approach for a targeted goal. If you have a target, if you have a goal, if you want to reach there and you are following some diet, you have to do it until you reach your goal. Simple. Now, this statement can have two different meanings. One, if someone wants to gain weight, he can keep increasing his calories till he reaches a goal, right? Second, if someone is trying to lose weight, he can keep decreasing his calories until he reaches his target goal. But then there is an exception as well. Like suppose a guy of 20 years of age, he's trying to, or 20 or 30 or 40, whatever it is, if he's trying to lose weight and he started from, let's say, 2000 calories, right, with a deficit of 200 calories. Maintenance was 2200, he started with 2000 with 200 deficit. Now he continued it for a couple of weeks, he hit a plateau, he decreased his calories to 1500, right? Now he got results for the next couple of months. Now he has hit a plateau again. Now he will further decrease his calories to, let's say, 1200, right? But what now? What if he hits the plateau next, and if he's still way far from his target goal? He cannot go less than that. That is not healthy. At that point of time, you need to think, uh, a man, like let's say a man should not go under 1400 calories, 12 to 1400 calories. It's really bad because your body needs things to function. And for a woman, it's somewhere near, let's say 1500 or 1400. Women, they do need more nutrients than us at most time of the month. So yeah, they should also not go below 14 or 1500 calories per day. So that is one thing. And keto, it's simple. It's a diet where there's no carbohydrate at all. So yeah, like you can have carbohydrates, but less than 25 to 30 grams of carbohydrates per day. And just to explain you what happens, your fat oxidation increases. You know, when you are not eating carbohydrates, when you are not providing carbohydrates to your body, your glucose levels decreases, your insulin decreases, your fat oxidation increases because your body will, extract energy from somewhere. Your body's primary source of energy is ATP, which is formed from using carbohydrates as glucose. Right now, if you're not giving enough carbohydrates, which is not forming enough glucose, it will extract energy from the fat. So yeah, you have to keep your fats really high. If you're following a 1500 calorie diet, or let's say 1800 calorie diet, most of the calories should come from fat. Then it should come from protein, like 20% from protein and less than 5% from carbohydrates, and rest 70 to 75% should come from fat. But one more thing, one exception is there. As your fat oxidation increases, your fat stores will also increase. Your number of fat cells might go up as well. So yeah, if you stop keto and you come back to your regular eating strategies, you might regain all the weight. You must have lost 20 kgs, but this time you are in a good position to regain 22 kgs of weight. That 2 kg extra was because of excess fat that you were eating in keto. So yeah, fat stores will increase as well. Don't do it for more than 40-45 days. One more thing. So yeah, that's it. Sorry. Again, a long answer.
That you beautifully answered, because it looked like really not sustainable for the Indians. Maybe other people can sustain, but Indians little tough. And I think you talk about one very interesting thing. See, somebody is reducing their calories. Somebody should not go like less than 1400 calories. And what happens in that case, if you're going less than that, like you will still able to maintain, but you should maybe you can say like you should not go into the nutritional deficiency. What happens? No, when you are reducing food, same time you are reducing the nutrition also. If the nutritional deficiency is happening, that is not good for body. That will cause some other problems, maybe some illness, some like liver problem, stomach problem, any kind of problem it can cause. So like it should be proper planned with the help of coach, and automatically we should not go follow like I'm taking 1000 calories and I should lose the weight. So that is biggest mistake people do by doing the Google and all, and they do all those things. So yeah, I just want to aware, like make people aware, like see, you follow it, but you should get right nutrition also. So not only taking the calorie deficit. That is
absolutely. Whenever we are going calorie deficit, if you are going extreme deficit, that deficit word is going to apply on everything, on all the nutrients, on all the micros, macros, everything. It's not just calories. So yeah, absolutely correct.
Okay, fine. Yeah. So okay. So we have like so when somebody is in fitness journey and they are following weight loss or they are following like weight gain thing. So why they should avoid the processed food and sugar?
Sorry, I didn't get you. The last part. So sorry.
I was just telling, like, see, if somebody is following like weight loss or weight gain, why they should avoid this? You can say processed food and sugar. What is the role of that processed food and sugar?
So being a nutritionist, I should not say you should completely avoid a category of food, right? I cannot say, okay, avoid sugar, avoid this, like generally, you might have heard his name, Akash Chopra, sir. He's from We Are Stupid's channel. He always says this, अगर आप 10 न्यूट्रिशनिस्ट 10 डाइटिशियन के बीच में बैठोगे तो हर बंदा कुछ ना कुछ नहीं खाने बोलेगा आपको. एक बोलेगा रोटी मत खाओ, एक बोलेगा चावल मत खाओ, एक बोलेगा केला मत खाओ, एक बोलेगा दूध मत पियो. तो ऐसे में तो फिर भूखे मर जाओगे आप. So being a
Right.
responsible nutritionist, I should always, basically say people to not, stop eating a particular category of food. Moderation is the key. But when it comes to processed food and sugar, same thing, you can have it in moderation. But why it is bad? Why, all the doctors around the world, the Cancer Society, even they, back this thing and say no, a man or a woman should not have processed food a lot. The reason is processed food. When a food is processed, like, what is the main reason they process the food? To increase its shelf life, first thing, so that
Yes.
the manufacturing date and the date of expiry, the longer they can make it, the the better the product becomes, the better the product becomes.
Right.
So if they are manufacturing a product, in January, and it has a shelf life of 3 months, so they can produce a lot of products in January, and then the people will, consume it. So that is one thing. So to increase the shelf life, we use a lot of processed foods, processed stuffs that we don't really need. If you want to, just eat a packet of chips, let's say you just want to eat a packet of chips. Now there is a difference between if you're making chips at home and if you're buying, a packet of Lay's or something else. So they are trying to increase the shelf life, but if you're making at home, you're not really trying to do that. You will make it fresh, you'll eat it, and that's it, it's done. You're not eating to, yeah, you're not going to eat it after a couple of weeks. No, you'll make it again and you'll eat. So that is a better option. So that is one thing. And next thing, processed food, it's less in nutrients, it's less in all the micros. When it comes to carbohydrates, it's high in carbohydrates. So that is one thing also why people always avoid like high in sodium as well. That's, if you have a packet of chips which is of, let's say, 10 or 20 rupees, you can get all the sodium, you can get your daily, like, recommended daily intake RDI of sodium from that one packet of chips only. So to,
Yeah.
to maintain the sodium level for the rest of the day, you need to eat food that is of no sodium at all. So that is impossible. So that is the reason people say, okay, don't eat this, don't eat that. There is a reason, but you can eat it, but it has to be, used in moderation so that it helps you, not helps you to derail. It helps you to stay on track. So that is one thing. And sugar is good, please.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody is asking like white sugar is not good, but can I take like this brown sugar or good, something like that?
No,
Jaggery
no,
kind
no.
of
It's
thing, right?
it's all the same. It's all the same. So when it comes to sugar, it's, let's say, if you're eating a piece of roti, that is also converting itself into sugar. Your body cannot
Right.
use roti. Your body cannot use rice. It cannot use bread. It will convert the whole thing into sugar. Then it will use it. Then it will get converted to glucose. Then the body will use it. So if you are eating table sugar, that is white sugar. If you're eating brown sugar, if you're eating good, if you're eating honey, whatever it has the same number of calories. It is going to have the same impact on your body. Now, being said that, one thing is there, if you're using good or honey, it has more micronutrients than white sugar. That is one thing. But just to have micronutrients, you cannot have good. You can have normal sugar and you can have a pill of multivitamin that will also use. That will also be, enough. The reason you are trying to avoid white sugar is the same reason that is behind good or honey. So if you are trying to avoid white sugar, avoid these as well. So if you don't want to avoid these, don't avoid white sugar as well. It's the same thing. Hope I answered the question well.
Yeah, yeah. That is wonderfully answered. That is like good thing is there if you are taking good some kind of fiber, other nutrients you can get out of it. But it
Correct.
doesn't mean like you should overdo of that. If you do overdo of anything, it will going to damage
There
your
are many
health.
people who say, how can you compare good or honey with sugar? Good or honey is way more healthier than sugar. It's the same thing. It's just honey or good is having more micronutrients, more
Right.
fibers. But if you just because of micronutrients and fibers you are eating good, you can have oats as well. That is having way more
Yes.
micronutrients and fibers. You can eat
Right.
something
Right.
else. So that is the, like, thing.
So somebody is asking here why people say we should keep our insulin level down. Yeah, that is very interesting question. So I
Let
think,
me say you,
can you answer on this? Yes,
the
yes,
one,
sure, sure.
the one who is asking the question is the one who has taught me. I was in his
Okay,
academy. So he just,
okay.
we had our exam today, written exam. So he's trying to have a viva with me. I'm not going to answer it.
Sure, sure. Okay, fine, fine. It's your choice, your audience. No problem. Fine.
No,
It's
basically,
okay. Fine.
just to answer in short, he might scold me later. So just to answer that in
Okay.
short, we should generally we should maintain, a basic level of insulin. We cannot always, eat things that shoot up our insulin levels, or
Yes, yes.
we should not eat food that shoots it up and brings it down. We have to eat foods that should stay in a particular line, a basic graph. So that is better in terms of fat loss or anything that helps the body to sustain more. So yeah, I hope I answered the question.
Yeah, yeah, same way. Yes, yes. That is moderation and balance is key there. So we
Yeah.
don't have to overdo and this kind of things. I think I already answered that thing. So next we are coming like very interesting and good thing like productivity. So what I have seen in my clients and across the globe, like I have client US, UK, Canada also. People think like if I'm looking fat, if I have overweight, I have some extra pounds. How does it matter? I'm working hard, doing good. So do you feel like if you are overweight, if you are not working on optimum level, so does your diet and food really uh, depends on productivity? Like it matters, like if your diet is not good, it will affect your productivity.
Yes, it will. Yes, definitely it will. For example, let's say there are two people, okay, with same height, same age, same weight, whatever it is, everything is same, and one is eating really good food, Let's say they are looking the same as well. I'm not saying one is having abs and all, and the other one is fatty. No, they are looking the same as well, but one is eating really high quality. He's not on a diet. No, either of them are not on a diet. One is eating really good food, high quality food. He's eating enough protein. He's getting his multivitamins and everything. And the other one, he's binging on chole bhature, right? So of course the other one will have more productivity for sure, because let's say the breakfast, very simple thing. He
Right.
had the guy who is not eating really properly. He ate, let's say, chole bhature in his breakfast. Okay, the protein is coming from choles, and the rest all is carbs and fat. Now the other guy, he is eating oats with protein, some egg whites. So that's what he is eating, right? Now oats will go into your body. It is having a high GI. It will slowly release the glucose into your body, and it will, give you the fuller feeling for a longer time, right? It will slowly give you energy throughout the day. So that's the reason why we say oats is a power packed breakfast for no matter who. You can be a busy professional, but still you should have oats, because it's a really good one. Oats, or let's say suji, it is also, slow releasing carbohydrate. Now let's move to the other breakfast, chole and bhature. Bhature is made from maida. Maida is a processed flour. Now you are
Right.
eating maida, you just had it. It will get converted in your body really fast. It will get converted into glucose really fast. Why? The moment you eat it, the insulin level is going to spike up, and it is going to get digested very soon. After a couple of hours, or let's say after 90 minutes, you are going to get hungry again. It doesn't matter if you're eating or not. People will say, no, I won't eat. No, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're eating or not, but after 90 minutes or 2 hours, you will be hungry again. So that
Right.
is, your body is wanting food there. If it depends on you if you're not feeding your body, right? But
Right.
your body wants food there because it has done the process, whatever it was to do, right? So that is the difference. If you're eating good food, it helps your body to, be productive, be more, be in a happy state, so that you can work for a longer time. This is one of those examples. There can be 1,000 examples, to defend the point.
Right.
Yeah.
So what I think in this aspect, like some food are made. So see, if you are eating natural food, organic food, can be fruits, vegetables, salad, millet, whole grains. So whatever is given by nature, that is our body recognize, and cell has memory, so it obviously recognize whenever you're eating that kind of food, then it is easy to digest first of all, and it is easy to convert nutrition, easy to adopt in the bloodstream and all. So same thing that happens when you're going out of this natural food like processed food and other kind of food which has mostly the carbohydrate. Body is not able to like survive on that. It is not like your body is not made to process all those things. That is the reason why maybe sometimes we feel like if we eat heavy meal with carbs and processed food, we will feel very like sleepy. Maybe lunchtime we'll feel
Correct.
sleepy because body is taking a lot of energy to digest that food, and that is the reason. Same time, if you go for the our Indian like some proteins, some portion of protein, carbs, and probiotic, and this kind of things are there. So easily you won't feel like that sleepy, and you will feel more energetic. Ideally, it should happen after eating meal. You should feel energetic, not sleepy. That is the reason why people should go for the organic and natural food, and even balancing their like micro and macronutrients. Right.
Yeah, correct.
So
Absolutely.
I think
Absolutely.
that is the way to right. Yes. So, what about this Asian diet culture? Can you put some light on that?
So yeah, whatever we have been discussing till now, trying to defend us Indians that this is not sustainable for
Yes.
us, that is not sustainable
Yes.
for us, we are made to eat these foods. So that is basically our Asian culture. When it comes to Asian diet culture, we always speak more about carbohydrates, we speak about more fruits, we speak about nuts. When it comes to protein, it's not from chicken, it's not from mutton, it's not from eggs or something else, it's from dairy, it's from nuts. When you're saying about fat, like fat sources, we are referring to ghee, we are referring to butter, not to avocados or to olive oils. No, when it comes to carbohydrate sources, we have 1,000 options. So that is the thing. So when it comes to Asian culture, people, but nowadays when the researchers have kicked in, and the quality of the food has gone down to nothing, right? Like let's say 100 years from now, if you would have bought a broccoli, right, or a cauliflower, it would have had more micronutrients than ever. But right now, if you go and buy, it's full of pesticides and it's not really anything there. It's just water and shit. So that is one thing. Now, but right, like whatever the diet culture was, it was good for a particular period of time. But now, since the things have changed, the quality of the food has come down, the pollution levels have increased, the chances of living as a human being is really difficult, especially in this pandemic. So the point being is you need to alter your sources. I'm not saying I'm not proud of my diet culture that was there. No, I am. But right now the situations are the circumstances are not the same. So we need to, keep changing ourselves and our strategies with the time. If you're trying to have protein from dairy, let's say if you're having trying to have protein from dairy, how much milk are you going to consume? Let's say if someone is of 70-75 kg of weight and he want to consume at least 140 gram of protein a day, 100 to 140 gram of protein a day, and he's trying to consume all of that from soya and dairy. How is he going to do that? It is way more
Right.
difficult to do it, right? So and if we even like that is the one difficult thing. And now if we move to the other sources, let's say a person can come and say I can have it from pulses, I can have it from chickpeas, I can have it from kidney beans, right? How much kidney beans are you going to eat?
Right.
And what if, and is that the only thing that you want to eat throughout the day? Because you want to eat some roti, right? If you have calculated you want 140 gram of protein, then you also must have calculated your carbohydrates, right? Now, if you
Right.
want to have 100 gram of protein from kidney beans, you will have 300 grams of carbohydrate for that. So how someone is going to, uh, what let's say estimated. So that is one thing. So that was the Asian culture of eating everything from now, like from whatever we have by not from the meat sources. But right now the things have changed. We must turn ourselves towards the supplement. We need to give chance to more supplements. We need to eat food that is difficult for us to eat, but we still need to go towards it. Like let's say soya chunks. It's for me. I find it tasty, but I find it very difficult to eat a lot of soya chunks. Right? I
Yes.
have my vegetarian days
Yes.
as well. If someone asks me to eat 50 grams of uncooked soya chunks, like it's really difficult for me to eat that much. You need to chew a lot,
Right.
right?
Right. Right.
So yeah. So that is
Yeah.
the thing.
Fine. Fine. So that is wonderful. So we talk about like food, diet, nutrition. We talked a lot. So let's come like fasting. Why we should someday we should give some rest to our body and we should fast. So when we are talking about fasting, so let's can you explain on fasting and intermittent fasting and circadian fasting and mix like how it can help and why people should follow all those, why it is required, and how our traditional wisdom and traditional culture used to follow. They used to know all those things. If you go 40, 50, 60 years ago, they used to follow, but now we have forgotten. So can you put some light on that, all kind of fasting?
So first thing, see, the reason that people give, I don't have problem with fasting, right? It's okay. You can fast. Like suppose if a client is there, I have to make a calorie deficit of 1600 calories per day, and in a week he or she wants to fast, right? It's good for me because that 1600 calorie for that day, I can increase the calories on other days, right? Because I'm
Yes.
leaving the calories on that day. So that is good for me and the client. That is okay. But the the problem I have with fasting is the reason that people give. You know, they give a very good reason that our body is going to lose all the toxins. First thing. Second, if you're not going to eat, you're not going to get toxins, right? Second thing, if we do fasting, we are giving our body time, to take some rest. Our body is not made to rest. If you're not eating for a longer period of time, your stomach is not going to say, okay, I'm stopping production of HCl. Okay, okay, the guy has decided not to eat for 16 hours. I won't produce HCl for 16 hours. No, the stomach will
Yes.
keep producing HCl no matter you eat or not, right? So that is not the thing that you want to give your body rest. No, your body is not asking for it. If you want to give your body a rest, change your food sources. Try to eat something else. Try to eat, try to clean your diet. That is one thing. Try to clean the sources because your body, your stomach is processed, your stomach is made to process food. Your large intestines, small intestines are made to digest and absorb the nutrients. If you're not giving it for, let's say, 24 hours, it is going to suffer. Now, uh, being said that, I'm not saying fasting is bad. You can always do fasting, right? Like suppose nowadays, the elder people in our family, they ask us to fast on full moon days, or let's say no moon days,
Yes.
whatever it is. I'm really sorry, I
Yes.
don't know it on which day they ask us to fast. So the main
Yeah.
reason
Yeah.
is like you have been eating a lot throughout the month. Let's not eat for one day. Try eating just salad, or try eating just fruits. Try eating just curd, or have some buttermilk or coconut water. So they are trying to do it because they are seeing what we are eating throughout the month. So that was the basic thing. You have been eating a lot of junk throughout the month. Stop one day. Give your body
Right.
some fruits so that you can get your micronutrients as well, right? So that was the reason that I believe, and I have read in some books, that was the basic reason of fasting. But nowadays it's more like it's a traditional thing. It's something in our culture. No, it's not in our culture. People have been practicing it for more than 1,000 years, but it's not something that is traditional to us. No, it is not traditional to us. There have been many people doing fasting. They are not Indians, right? They are not Asians. So that is one thing. You can always do fasting. And when it comes to intermittent fasting, I guess it's a very good strategy for those who are trying to lose weight, and who can sustain a kind of approach where they can allow themselves to not eat for a longer period of time. Like, let's say the least
Right.
you can do in intermittent fasting is you won't allow your body to eat for at least 12 hours, and the rest 12 hours you lose. That's the simplest IF strategy, right? Then it
Right.
can move to as far as 24, 24, 24, like that. So intermittent fasting is a good strategy, but again, it is not made for people who cannot sustain it. So that is the thing.
And when it comes to circadian fasting, what we can do every day, like
Yeah, so basically, circadian fasting is something related to circadian rhythm of our body, right? Now, to
yes,
understand circadian fasting, we need to understand what circadian rhythm is. So basically, uh, a strategy or a like time where the body keeps, where the hormones in our body, like the main control system of our body, hypothalamus, asks our body to stay awake, right? And there's a time when the hormones, the hypothalamus, ask our body to sleep. Now it depends on multiple factors, right? There's a lot of sound coming, right?
I can do. Dogs are barking. I can do anything.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Okay,
So,
okay. You can speak. I will.
yeah, sure. So, so basically, circadian rhythm is the thing where, hypothalamus asks our body to stay awake or to go to sleep. So, so people have connected that with eating patterns. So that is something we had done 1,000 years before. So, but people now have understood, yeah, it's a good strategy. So basically, the strategy is the the daytime, because circadian rhythm is based on many factors, on multiple factors like exposure to light, blue light, temperature, and all of that, right? Temperature is high in daytime. You have a lot of light coming in into your room in the daytime. So that is one reason hypothalamus is asking our body to stay awake, right? So circadian fasting is basically you should eat in the daytime, and the moment the sun sets, you should stop eating, right? So that is one kind of intermittent fasting, but that's a new name to a certain strategy where people won't eat in the night after sunset, and they eat only when the sun is there. So that is one thing. It's a kind of intermittent fasting only, but they have additional logic to it. They are trying to add circadian rhythm of our body with the fasting. So yeah, people are trying to connect a lot of dots, a lot of logics into simple eating. I don't understand why. They can just eat. They can just eat good food, high quality food. That is enough. So yeah, moving on.
Okay. So I think we have one last question. So which is very
Yeah.
interesting about supplements, right? So supplements, I think I just if I tell you like with clients, and many people say like supplements are not good. We should not take, and it's a lot of side effects, and people might get cancer and all. So it is very good if you put some light on supplements. Why people are so like not able to understand no? Why our food quality is degrading, our natural organic food, whatever is available, is not good, and there is no alternative apart from supplementation, which is also coming from the organic sources. I'm not telling like something you take which is made in laboratory or something from allopath, but some organic supplements available, soya based, plant based, that you can take. So can you put some light on the supplementation also?
So to begin the answer, the first thing is it's not their mistake. It's not their mistake at all that they are not trusting supplements, right? Because now this whole thing is about India again, right? So to get a genuine packet or a genuine bucket of protein, you have to do your research. Like if you're in America or you are in Canada, you can just search for whey protein on Google, and you can just follow the first link that appears, and you can order the first product that is there. You are going to get the genuine product. But when it comes to India, people are trying to, like in Indian market, still there have been many companies who are doing an amazing job in getting a door-to-door genuine supplements, but then there still are more than 60% of the market which is filled, which is flooded with fake supplements, right? It's not their mistake. So having cleared that it's not their mistake. Second, right, if you are not getting enough nutrients, enough macros from your food, you should always go to supplements. Now if like whatever I'm going to say after this, like we are considering some facts that the supplement is genuine, right? you are not going to get that portion of protein or carbohydrate or fat from your food. So that's the reason we are going to have supplements. Just going to do this. Yeah. So let's say if you want to have 140 grams of protein, right? And you tried your best, you tried to eat all the food that you could, and still you have reached 100 grams of protein. You still are in deficit of 40 grams of protein, right? What you are going to do it? You cannot help it, right? Because you have tried your best, right? That 40 gram of protein is going to come from the supplement, right? Now, if the supplement is genuine, the dal that you are eating in your home, the chicken that you're cooking in the home, the protein that is there in the food is the same in the supplement, right? Protein is made up of just essential amino acids, right? Essential and non-essential amino acids, right? No matter what you eat,
Right.
the amino acids remains the same in chicken, in pulses, in eggs, in soya, in dairy, in whey, in pea protein, in whatever protein you want, in whatever food it is. The essential amino acids and the non-essential amino acids are the same. It's not different. If you're going to get, methionine from, let's say, curd, you're going to get the same methionine from soybean. You're going to get the same methionine from chicken. You're going to get the same methionine from whey protein. So it's not the same. The chemical structure stays the same, right? Now, yes.
Yes. Right.
So, but considering, yeah, the supplement is genuine enough. So that is one thing. People should not really, differentiate between good food and supplement. Supplement is something steroidal. It is something that, is going to do something great to my body or something really bad to my body. So we should not stick to that kind of logic. If you're not going to get your, macros from your food, you should switch to supplements. And generally it's always the protein. You can get fats, you can get carbohydrates, but when it comes to protein, you do face difficulties, especially our vegetarian people, right? They do face difficulties. You can always add in a couple of scoops of whey protein. It is going to only help if the product is genuine. I'm again repeating it, if the product is genuine. It is not going to, kill your kidneys. It is not going to affect your liver until and unless you are consuming a lot of protein per day. Every day, let's say you are consuming 500, 600 grams of protein, right? It is going to, damage your kidney,
That is
liver, and
really
a lot
too
of
much.
other stuff.
600 grams nobody can take, right? So like really too much, right?
Yeah,
And if you do that much, it's coming to the overdoing the things. It will cause a
correct,
problem.
correct.
But
So if you
again,
just
same
take the
way, if
supplements,
yes,
for a couple of scoops, 3 scoops, let's say 3 scoops,
yes,
it is okay. You can have it. There's no
right.
problem with it.
Right, fine. And I think if people are not able to complete their criteria, suppose somebody is 60 gram and they're not taking 60 gram protein daily, so that will cause their problem, and they have to visit hospital and they have to face lot of problem, like a
Correct.
medical illness can happen, and they have to
Absolutely.
pay a lot of money to the doctors to avoid that. If you maintain like your good nutrition, good protein, and if you are putting some money on your wellness, that is going to save lot of money from the hospital. So that people should
Absolutely.
understand. And I think
Absolutely.
yes, and this is thing like it's people are lagging too much in India. Still, people are not able to understand like now it is why supplementation is required. So I think it is must and people should take, because that is you very good thing you have added here. Like it should be from genuine sources, and it should
Correct.
not be adulterated. It should be taken from the some professionals some coach or like guide who can guide you to what is the
No,
right,
no,
what
no.
is the wrong. Because
Sorry. Like never take your protein from your trainer or your coach. Like I am a coach myself.
okay.
I'm not going to give
No.
any bad product to
I'm
my
not talking
client,
about.
but I'm
No.
saying
I'm
don't
not
take it
talking
from
about
your
gym
coach.
trainer. I'm talking about nutritionist. Somebody is really
That is
expert in that.
correct.
Somebody is nutritionist. Somebody is dietitian. You can just follow with them. Somebody
Yeah,
you can trust. Somebody is certified. They can just help you, because
correct.
you are telling right. If you go in gym and take it directly, they will sell something which will make profit to them. That is their funda to make on.
Correct. Recently, we saw a video also, right? Like many people are
Okay.
Junaid Khaliwala, your Sahil Khan, and these people basically posted a video also recently there was a bunker where they were
Right.
making like crores of worth fake supplements, you know. So people
Right.
who are going to buy it and people who are going to eat it, you know, they are not going to get results and their health is going to, you know, degrade. So they are going to blame the whole protein thing, that this is the thing which caused this, but that is not
Right.
true. It's the
Yeah, so
genuineness of
we
the
can't
thing that
blame the supplement. We have to go the genuine and we have to take the right thing, right
correct.
nutrition, which is right to your body. That will only help. It's not,
Yeah,
no supplement is wrong, but if you are taking right and right.
yeah, correct.
Okay,
And what is
so
needed
that
for
is
you?
fine.
Correct,
Yes, yes, what is needed. Right, fine. Okay.
correct.
So I think we are talking from last 1 hour. It's like too much and we have
Is it
covered all.
so?
So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's too long, so we didn't realize. So I think I'll just ask all audience, if somebody has any specific question, they can I just
Yeah.
tag your handle also on my just IGTV video, and they can directly go and ask to you, and they can ask me. It's like we can personally also we can answer the question, because it's
Yeah.
already
Yeah.
1 hour, so we should close it
Yeah.
now. And I really thank you so much, Sumodit, like you give your time, and it was like beautiful discussion,
Thank you
and
so much, man. You
from the
have been
bottom
a
of my
great
heart,
host.
and thank you so much for it.
You
Right.
have been a great host. Like people who know Shiva Mauri, please follow me, and people who know me, please go and follow Shiva Mauri. Please
Sure,
support
sir.
us.
Will automatically this thing will happen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then. Thank you so much, brother. And
Yeah.
in future, we'll see how we can do more session. We can
Yeah.
do
Yeah. Yeah.
more
Sure.
things with us,
Sure.
and we'll keep doing. So, thank you so much. We are
Sure.
closing session
Sure.
here,
Yeah.
and okay, bye.
Yeah.
Have a good
Stay
evening
safe.
and enjoy
Stay
yourself.
safe, brother. Yeah.
Okay.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Okay.